Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working our way through Passionate Pilgrim, and today we've got the 8th poem, which was, according to scholars, likely not written by Shakespeare. It was probably written by Richard Barnfield, somebody along those lines. Probably not Shakespeare, but it is a sonnet. It's a cute little sonnet, and it goes, "If music and sweet poetry agree, as they must needs, the sister and the brother, then must the love be great twixt thee and me, because thou lov'st the one, and I the other. Dowland to thee is dear, whose heavenly touch upon the lute doth ravish human sense. Spenser to me, whose deep conceit is such as, passing all conceit, needs no defence. Thou lov'st to hear the sweet melodious sound that Phoebus' lute, the queen of music, makes. And I, in deep delight, am chiefly drowned, when as himself to singing he betakes. One God is God of both, as poets feign. One knight loves both, and both in thee remain." So it's a little bit of a love sonnet. It starts out talking about music and poetry and saying, music and poetry go together because they have to, but also that means that you and I go together because we have to, because you love music and I love poetry. So we're like two sides of the same coin. And there's a reference to Dowland, who was a musician at the time, a reference to Spenser, who was a poet at the time, calling out both parties' sort of heroes and saying, you love the music and I love the words, and isn't that great? And put it all together, and it all exists in this one relationship between the two of us, this one knight that loves us both, and both of these two things, music and poetry, exist in you. So it's a nice sweet little sonnet, probably not Shakespeare, but it was included in Passionate Pilgrim. And with all the other plagiarism that Shakespeare had to deal with in the previously published poems in this set, now that his name was slapped on somebody else's work, that's just meh. I can imagine him being sort of meh about the whole thing, or really angry, one or the other. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the 9th poem. Mwah.